Human nature is that of ambition, an unrelenting desire to improve our circumstances. We strive with all of our might to meet our goals and finally summit what we thought was the peak, only to raise our heads and reveal a new mountain, a new goal, a bigger fortune. Beneath all the mythology and cult reverence of revolutionary thinking that surrounds our founding fathers are men that deeply understood human nature. Men that sought to create a system in which the ambitions of one might counter the untempered ambitions of another. A system that aimed to handicap the darkest corners of human nature and stoke the embers of altruism and community that enable a society to thrive. Men that saw through the deceitful justifications of divine order assigning a person's permanent station in life. You see this most evident in the systems of checks and balances so carefully constructed as to avoid the pitfalls of unchecked executive power, even more in the carefully constructed rules of congressional discourse that have been systematically deconstructed by polished politicians that claim to be carrying out the will of the people. And yet the will of the people is only ever codified in law in the rare event that it aligns with the will of the wealthy. These demagogues and charlatans of the political elites have promised us for decades that change was just around the corner, that they would be the one to revive the American promise that's been suffocating under a system that's been manipulated to serve only the interests of the wealthy elites. And yet every time a leader has come along that's given us hope, the system has been weaponized to obstruct progress and protect the billionaire class. Today we face an unprecedented assault on the delicate system of checks and balances that our founding fathers so meticulously constructed. An assault born from the infinite ambitions of a man who has no regard for the institutions designed to protect us from such shamelessness. An assault on the institutional guardrails that have defined the American experiment for 2.5 centuries. At times it seemed hopeless to resist. I myself have felt the subtle grasp of nihilism and resignation and hope that someone else would fix the problem, but it's become all too clear that nobody is coming to save us. We are left with a choice of continuing to allow these dark forces to erode everything that we hold dear about the American way, quietly praying for salvation, or we choose to come together as a people and demand action to preserve the essential liberties that the generations that preceded us fought and died to preserve. As for myself, I feel a moral compulsion to resist. It's what motivated me to start this TikTok. It's my way of fighting back. It's my way of shedding light on the backroom deals and the insidious ambitions of the powerful. But I'm just one man. Someone once said that the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. So the good among us all have an obligation to ourselves and our future generations to resist. What will you do?